Michael Jordan was not yet a professional icon. Nike was not yet the dominant force it would become. Before global dominance, before cultural saturation, and before product lines became symbols, both sides were operating under limitation. Each was searching for leverage inside systems that were already crowded. Michael Jordan entered competitive basketball as a highly skilled prospect, but not a guaranteed commercial asset. At the time, professional sports endorsements followed established hierarchies. Veterans and proven champions attracted attention. New players were considered uncertain investments. Jordan's early development occurred within structured environments that rewarded performance but limited individual expression. Team systems prioritized collective outcomes. Personal branding was minimal. For most athletes, visibility ended when the game ended. Most people copy tactics, but the frameworks behind them are in an ebook called The System Before the System. Link is in the description. Nike, meanwhile, was navigating its own constraints. The company had built its early success around running shoes. Its internal systems were optimized for endurance sports, not basketball. Distribution, design language, and marketing incentives reflected that focus. Basketball was already competitive territory. Other companies controlled shelf space, athlete relationships, and league visibility. Nike lacked both credibility and infrastructure in that category. Entering required more than product quality. It required a new system. At this stage, Nike faced a strategic choice. It could attempt to sign multiple mid-tier athletes to reduce risk, or it could concentrate resources around a single emerging figure. The latter carried higher risk but offered asymmetric upside. Jordan, for his part, initially favored other brands. His incentives were aligned with stability rather than experimentation. Nike was not the default choice. From a purely reputational standpoint, it appeared less secure. What shifted the decision was structure. Nike proposed a partnership model that went beyond traditional endorsement. Instead of paying for visibility, the company offered integration. Product design, marketing narrative, and athlete identity would be developed as a unified system. This was not standard practice. Most endorsements treated athletes as external amplifiers. Nike treated Jordan as an internal node within the brand architecture. This alignment of incentives changed the negotiation dynamic. The initial contract embedded performance expectations, creative involvement, and long-term participation. Rather than extracting value quickly, Nike structured the deal to grow alongside Jordan's career. This reduced short-term certainty in exchange for long-term scalability. From Jordan's perspective, this structure offered agency. He was not simply promoting a product. He was contributing to its direction. That distinction mattered, even before results were visible. Early on, neither side could predict outcomes. What they could control was execution. Nike invested heavily in design differentiation. Visual identity became a priority. Products were built to stand apart on shelves even without context. Internally, Nike adjusted its decision-making systems. Basketball was treated as a strategic initiative rather than an experimental side project. Resources were concentrated. Feedback loops were shortened. Creative teams were empowered to move faster than competitors. Jordan's on-court performance accelerated visibility, but visibility alone did not guarantee success. Many athletes performed well without becoming cultural reference points. What mattered was how performance was translated. Nike's marketing avoided generic athletic messaging. Instead of emphasizing function alone, campaigns emphasized narrative. The athlete was positioned not just as a player, but as a standard. This framing elevated products beyond utility. At this stage, the partnership was still fragile. Sales growth was not guaranteed. Retail acceptance varied. Some distributors resisted unfamiliar designs. The system faced friction at multiple points. Nike responded by reinforcing coherence. Messaging, design, and distribution were aligned tightly. This reduced confusion. Consumers did not need explanation. Recognition emerged organically. As momentum grew, the partnership entered a new phase. The product line expanded, but not indiscriminately. Releases were controlled. Scarcity was used strategically. This preserved demand while reinforcing brand identity. Jordan's role evolved as well. Rather than increasing exposure across unrelated products, focus remained narrow. This consistency strengthened association. Over time, the athlete and the product became difficult to separate cognitively. Competitors attempted replication, but structural differences limited success. Copying surface elements without aligning incentives produced weaker results. Nike's advantage lay not in aesthetics, but in system integration. As both Jordan's career and Nike's basketball division matured, the partnership scaled globally. Distribution networks expanded, media channels diversified, cultural relevance crossed markets without requiring reinvention. Importantly, the system proved resilient beyond individual performance peaks. Products retained value independent of specific game outcomes. This reduced volatility and extended lifespan. Eventually, the partnership became a standalone business ecosystem. New products, sublines, and collaborations operated within a framework established decades earlier. The original structure enabled continuity. From a strategic perspective, this outcome was not accidental. It resulted from early decisions to align incentives, concentrate resources, and prioritize coherence over reach. The lesson is not that celebrities create brands. It is that systems determine whether attention compounds or dissipates. Michael Jordan and Nike succeeded together because their partnership was designed to scale before success made scaling obvious. That is how influence becomes infrastructure. This is before they were Michael Jordan and Nike. Be sure to like and subscribe so we can make more content like this. See you in the next video.